Hi Cancer, welcome to your reading for November 2019. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This is for those who are intuitively guided to the reading. You may be in love with a Cancer. Hopefully Cancer is in love with you. Or you may have signs in the, you may plan a sign of Cancer. So whatever brought you, welcome. I'm so happy that you came back. And those who are new, welcome. I hope you find your messages here. I feel you will. I just feel you will. I know a lot of people are guided towards me, and I them. Just the signs. So let's see what's going on for November. Remember, time is fluid. Whenever you find this reading, it's just the right time for you. Okay, we're going to go ahead and give the cards 2 more shuffles. And when I do, I want you to go ahead, if you will, and just do a little deep breathing. In through the nose, and out through the mouth. While you're doing it, it's a great time to ask your spirit guides to come in and to give you signs of confirmation. Many times they're already here. It's just really what you want is signs of confirmation. Okay? And then release control. Once you ask for signs, just release control and let them come to you. Some of you are definitely connected to a Gemini. I'm feeling strong Gemini energy right now. It is your neighbor. I feel like it's 2 people sitting together watching this reading, and they may be neighbors, and they may be a Cancer and a Gemini. If I'm correct, please let me know. Okay. Okay, let the reading begin. Okay, we open up with the 9 of Swords, which isn't the best energy. But if it's going to show up in a reading, let's bring it up early. Okay, so this is the energy of overthinking something. Something's causing me anxiety because, I don't know, I'm putting too much thought into something. Let's keep going. Let's get the cards around it. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the 4 of Pentacles. We have Major Arcana, Judgment, coming under the 9 of Swords. What is that? Look at that. Half of my fingernail polish just fell off. That is strange. The bottom half of my fingernail polish just popped off. My nails are real. This is like, okay, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Other than I gotta repaint my nails. Let's keep going. We have the 9 of Wands. And we have the 5 of Swords. Okay, first thing I want to say, Cancer, is I have you in not the greatest of energy. But you know what? I kind of knew that coming in. I kind of felt, it's like you're being pushed and pulled and pushed and pulled. Right? You want to go this direction. Every time you start to go, it's like you get pulled back this direction. And it's like a pendulum. But it feels like, it's been swinging like out of your favor lately. Right? And it's like hard to get that momentum back, to get it swinging back to your side. However, this is saying, don't you quit. Don't give up on that, right? Get that pendulum to swing. You just need that momentum behind it, and then it just feels like everything will swing then in your favor. Okay, that's very strange. Almost like a cannonball. Well, not really a cannonball. I'm thinking of like Miley Cyrus, who's sitting on a cannonball and swinging back and forth. But let's take that out of the picture, because this feels pretty serious. So it's showing me a lot of aggressive energy around you. It's showing me conversations being had that don't feel easy whatsoever. It's that energy of no one is understanding what I'm trying to say. No one's getting my point. It does show you that you have to go into defensive energy. I feel like maybe you've been in that energy. You may be worried, when will it ever end? When will it ever end? Will it ever end? Again, the energy's circling right back, saying, don't give up. Keep your focus. Perhaps you're almost at the end. You have the card of judgment right here. So the end, so to speak, may be sooner than I think, right? So don't give, like, I'm just right there. Don't give up. Interesting. Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to get 3 more cards. I'm seeing the double 9s here. So, what does a 9 mean to me? It depends on the reading. However, the majority of the time, a 9 means to me that a particular thing in my life, a particular period in my life is coming to an end. And it would best serve me to release resistance, no resistance about allowing something to naturally change. It's time, okay? But there's also the importance of looking at that journey I've just been on. Almost like taking a snapshot of it. There might be certain things from this, because I do feel like with these 2 9s, just be aware of the journey, okay? Be aware there's something within that in maybe it's the last 9 years, maybe it's the last 18 years. But there's something within that you're going to pull with you. It's almost like a snapshot. That becomes part of your strengths, part of your arsenal moving forward. Some of you might be fighting over a home. Someone may have just kicked a few people out of a home. All right, we have the 6 of Swords, or you may have left that home. And we have the 2 of Swords. Okay. Whew, okay, I can feel the sword energy, and I can feel the wand energy. Now, most of the wand energy you have, now, listen, first of all, some of you may be listening to this reading going like, I don't even need to hear anymore, it's like, ugh. But here's the thing. This is all being brought up in the beginning of the reading. There's a reason, okay? There's always a reason. We need to have some type of awareness, okay? I already know that. Why? This is so that we can slide into the next chapter, right? No resistance of the next chapter. Otherwise, I'm still in the energy of resisting. I'm still in the energy of defending. I'm in the more of an aggressive energy. So, some of you may need to be, anyway, let me not get off course here. So many times when it comes up in the beginning like this, it's to show us, not just to tell us, but to show us how to clear this energy. If you really listen to the reading, it's not about like, okay, Kathy, you need to do this, or no, you need to clean this energy up, or you can't move forward. No, it's more than that. It's the suggestion and then the details if we choose, right? It's always if we choose. So, many times it's because, and let me tell you something, when I see energy like this, I know that what's coming is night and day, right? And I have judgment here. So it is, it's the universe wanting your attention. There's something that the universe needs your attention for, okay? It may be I need you to be aware that you're staying stuck in this energy. And you're staying stuck because you don't have the awareness that you need yet. I, again, have you in the energy of a lot of worry. And listen, I also have you coming out of that energy. I have you at Six of Swords here. So let's talk about this for a second, because this is what Judgment is bringing out, the Six of Swords. They're attached. It's the call from the universe, okay? Cancer, I need your attention, right? There is better horizons for you. There's joy ahead. There's opportunity. There's abundance. Sometimes it's a singular thing. Sometimes I go somewhat broken. But what it says within this energy is, if I do this, if I move forward, if I'm willing to put down my swords, because that's the one thing with the Six of Swords, I'm putting down the baggage of the past. The baggage of the past. The things that I know are not going to serve me thinking about going forward, right? And when I'm willing to do that, the universe says, very quickly, you will see the benefits of that. Very quickly, you feel lighter and lighter. So it's almost like a rapid movement, but on purpose. And it is to allow you to feel good, quick. And it may be a form of faith to help you keep the faith, right? So it's like, universal energy, understanding where you're at, where you've been, the heaviness of it, knowing you need a little bit of light in there. But some of us, we need a little bit of a wake-up call too, okay? It is moving to better pastures, but I have to be willing to do that, right? I am putting down the baggage. I just am. Now, some of you then come into, that's my question. Should I do that? Should I just pack a suitcase and leave? Right? Should I just quit my job? Should I? So it has you in that energy. Again, I'm in the mind, much like the nine. Well, not much like, exactly like the Nine of Swords. I'm all in my mind here. I'm not paying attention to my intuition. However, we can look at Judgment as your intuition, as your higher self, and a whole lot of other help, which is right here. It's attached to you, but you're not feeling it because you're focusing on all these swords. All right, Judgment, universe. It's like, come on. Now maybe this is what you start to feel within the Two of Swords. You start to feel this little inkling that something, right? There's something. Little inkling of it, right? What is it? So you start to question where you're at, or what you're doing, who you're with, right? You start to question all that. You start to wonder, can life be better than what it is right now? Can it be? You have divine hearing all that, understanding what it is you're asking for. Maybe you don't even know you're asking for it. You're asking questions. And through your questions, it's pretty easy to see what it is you desire. Can I have it? Will I be okay? Can life really be good again? Six of Swords says, absolutely, 100%. Just one requirement. That baggage that you've been carrying around, you've been dragging from chapter to chapter. The chapter just getting larger, right? You don't even know what's in these bags anymore. You've just been carrying them around. They have to go. Just time, right? The call from the universe is it's time to put it down. I have a feeling we're going to get a peek, probably more in a peek, of what's coming. What thing can open up. Let's get our last card, which will tell us a lot. Oh my God. Okay, guys. I don't know if I'm just manifesting things very quickly, but I'm looking at your spread and I see the 9, and I thought to myself, that would be really cool if we got another 9. We got another 9. We have the 9 of Cups. Look at that. 9, 9, 9. You know, 9s are also about being willing to take the spiritual walk, right? It's a spiritual walk also, not just this earthly walk on my feet in the ground, my feet. It's also to understand that there's, I don't know, it's also a spiritual walk. So, all this energy, right? All this energy, this tough energy in the beginning. And I'm sure it's many different things to many different people. But I can tell you the one thing that's really standing out here is the need for peace. So you're wondering, if I make this change, will my life be better? Can I have the life I've been asking for, I've been wanting, I've been desiring? Can I have it? That's my question. If I put down this baggage, can I really have what I want? The universe says absolutely. There's the 9 of Cups. You know, that is inner joy, inner happiness. It doesn't really matter what our outside circumstances are when we're in the 9 of Cups. We're just in a peaceful state. We're in a joyful state. You know, 9 of Cups is the energy of receiving your desires, right? Because you have the 8 of Cups before that. 8 of Cups says, I need to go after those desires. I need to believe that I can have that. Much like the 2 of Swords, I need to believe it. Not just in my head, but in my heart. I need to make one small action of finally putting that baggage down. You guys know what I'm talking about. When I say baggage, you know what I'm talking about. To arrive. Right where I thought you were going to arrive. I'm telling you. I love that the 9 came out for you. I love that it came out as I was thinking it, because that tells me that this reading is very, what do I want to say? Active. Put it that way, active. And I like that. All right, let's bring out our second deck and get down and dirty. You know, I don't know that I'm going to spend a lot of time on what was. I will spend a little bit of time there, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time there. I'd rather move into what can be, right? What can be. But we'll see. I'm going to go with the flow, to be honest. All right, we have the Strength card on the bottom of the deck, Card of Leo. This is the card of recognizing, realizing that, you know, some of those tools that I may be looking for on, you know, the exterior, it's not there. I'm not finding it, right? Maybe I'm looking for help. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that. In the outside world, Strength card reminds us, no, no, no. You want to. It's the inside, right? It's within you. You know, you are the universe, right? You are the creator. So everything is within you, and it's finding that strength. And let me tell you, when you do find the strength after energy like this, you look back, give yourself a pat on the shoulder. You give yourself a moment to realize what, you were like the David of Goliath, right? You became David. Nine of Pentacles. A few of you might be getting opposition to wanting to start something creative, probably a business. There may be a lot, it just looks like you are, it looks like you're under attack, to be honest. Feels like you've been under attack. Some of you are leaving a home, right? Or you're kicking someone out of a home, one or the other. If some of you, this could be a split up of a vacation home, like a beach home, and, selling it or what have you, or you're kicking them out. Okay. Let's bring in the Cosmic Tarot. One more. Seems like some of you are in like this combat against words. Okay. Let's start at the beginning. If I just took this spread and I was just going to give you a very quick reading, just to what I'm seeing. You open up with this Nine of Swords. So again, you open up with heavy mental energy, okay? Heavy mental energy. But you exit the read with joyful energy, independent energy, but again, it doesn't mean I'm leaving someone unless I want to. Some of you are leaving. And what's between it is the Two of Swords. So is that it becomes my decision, right? It's almost like my decision which nine I want to live in. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Some of you may be dealing with an inheritance too. And, it just feels like it's been a battle. It's been a battle. Nonetheless, no matter what, I still have you in the energy of happiness. Okay. Okay, let's see. We have the King of Cups. Possibly you. Another Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have the Three of Swords. Okay. Wow. We have the Devil, card of Capricorn. We have the Prince of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This is younger energy than yourself. Can be a child, can be also of a past time, you know, when we were this age type of thing. And then I have, wow, I have the Nine of Swords back again. Wow. Whew. Okay, for some of you, you have some type of worry over a Capricorn with the Prince of Pentacles and the Devil side by side. Clearly, for some of you, this is a Capricorn. And so coming, okay, directly over this Nine of Swords is the Three of Swords. It is very, very clear that my focus is on heartache, pain, heartache. Very clear. I have this King of Cups looking at the Three Swords. What the heck is going on here, guys? Alright, let me figure this out. Well, okay, I'm going to tell you one thing. So, for someone, you know, what is it that when I lay awake at night, you know, in the dark, what do I think of? I think about someone and I wonder if I can trust them. I don't feel like I can. I don't feel like I can. Okay? There's doubt, there's major doubt in my mind over someone. Okay? Now, when I say this, you know, the proof is in the pudding. So my heart has already been broken. So I'm not basing this fear from nothing. Now, this, you know, my heart being broken could have certainly been caused by someone else, right? And I'm with someone else now, someone new, and automatically my fears transfer, right? Maybe my last person gave me plenty of reasons to not trust them, right? And here I am with someone new, or the thought of someone new, and my fear may be that I transfer to the next. There's your baggage. There's your baggage. Right there. There's the baggage that Divine is asking you to leave behind. There it is. I mean, bingo. I don't even know what else to say. For some of you, I know that's it. Don't know if I've ever felt so sure in my life. Now, there's also some of you who this pain caused was directly by the person that I think about. I don't want to think about it. Like, I don't want to think about it. But nonetheless, I am thinking about it. I'm overthinking it. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. Okay. Let's keep that out. I'm going to keep going. I feel like we're getting answers. Oh, I have more cards. I have the Two of Wands and I have the Queen of Swords. Well, there's our possible Gemini for someone. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So, this is wanting to take movement with this Queen of Swords. Okay, for whatever the reason. This is, now, it doesn't have to mean physical movement, right? Maybe I want to visit this Queen of Swords at her home. What? Maybe I want to visit her. But if that's the case, somebody doesn't want me to. This Queen of Swords may have just split from a relationship. I'm saying Queen, you know, which is female. By the way, I see the Lovers in behind her. In the background, I see the Lovers. Okay, I see the Lovers. I also see the white pigeon. To me, the pigeon is, the messenger, a messenger. And the pigeon's white. So to me, that's something, something pure. Okay, so the Queen of Swords to me feels like a good person, whoever she may be. And it can be male, female, in a general. But we'll see. I think it'll let us know a little more. Anyway, I feel like for someone, I may be going to her home. Or thinking about that. Thinking about it. Let's just keep going. I'm going to stay on this for a second. Okay, getting all kinds of people coming out now. So I have the King of Pentacles, and I have the Queen of Wands. Wow. So King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's getting pretty crowded up here with people, because I have the King of Cups over here, and I have the Prince of Pentacles over here, and I have Capricorn right there. So I'm going to bring this down. And let's add them to the party. Okay, first of all, the Queen of Swords back is to this King of Pentacles. But the King of Pentacles and by the way, the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups are kind of looking at each other, that kind of side look. The King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands are looking directly at me. I feel like these may be couples. They're showing me who's what. Also, the Prince of Pentacles looking at me. This may be someone's child. Maybe the King and the Queen. King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Anyway, okay, what's going on here? So, it's like this Queen of Swords wants to tell me something about this King of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands energy is really strong. She's the prominent energy here over these three people. Over Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands is the prominent energy, it feels to me. Almost like she's calling the shots. Alright. I want to take a card on these three people. Tell me, tell me, tell me. I have the Six of Pentacles. I have the Five of Swords again. And I have the Nine of Cups. Okay. So this Queen of Swords, I felt earlier, going to her house, maybe she may have split from this King of Pentacles. I feel like I'm kind of overlapping stories here, but meant to. So for someone, you may be in this confusing kind of love triangle, and maybe that's what it is, a love triangle. So I have the Queen of Swords, has her back to this King of Pentacles. Five of Swords is under this King of Pentacles, so I know that he is, I know that I have not had the best communication with this king. Doesn't mean I don't want him, doesn't mean I don't love him. I don't even know yet if I do love him. That's not my point yet. It's like I'm correcting myself. So I feel like for some reason I'm getting a peek inside these three people's lives for some reason. So you must be here. Okay, so I feel like this queen is leaving the king. Leaving the king because they just don't. Okay. But I feel this king has this Queen of Wands already in place. Whether the Queen of Swords knows about it or doesn't know about it doesn't seem to matter, because the Queen of Swords here really doesn't seem to be interested in it. Now, I think why she's not interested is because she's looking over here. And she may be looking at someone of a younger time, right? Also, younger energy. And by the way, this King of Pentacles could have also been someone, right? So here we have three. I don't know why the Queen of Swords right now seems now to be the center of tension, because I feel like this Queen of Swords, this King of Pentacles, and the King of Cups may have all been friends, perhaps lovers in some capacity, back then. I feel we come to today, and I have this Queen of Swords. Listen, I feel like the Queen of Swords ended up with this Prince of Pentacles, okay? But now I leave this Prince of Pentacles, and I'm looking back at this King of Cups. Don't forget if it's male, female, okay? You'll know if this is you. I mean, come on, you have to know if it's you. Okay, so I'm looking back. I'm looking back. Now, I have the Six of Pentacles under this Queen of Swords, so I can trust her energy. I have the Five of Swords under the King of Pentacles, so, you know, this person may talk more from an ego, okay? You know, ego. But then I have the Queen of Wands with the Nine of Cups under her, and I feel like this is someone who's on a mission. She's on a mission to get this King of Pentacles. And, you know, if that's the case, again, this Queen of Swords doesn't seem to really care. She's in a much more balanced type of energy. Not just balanced. And let me say something about this Queen of Swords. You know, I'm saying Queen of Swords, and some of you are going to be like, well, I'm not an air sign, so it's not me. This Queen of Swords is someone who comes to the table being her authentic self. Okay, she's coming with very balanced energy. So I know that she's now at the point where I'm living from my authentic self. Maybe I wasn't before, right? I've been fighting to be me. I've been fighting to be me. Okay, so I almost don't care what happens over here. This may be my baggage. Okay, another bag. Let it go. And she's in that energy of, I don't care. My heart is this way. Okay? She's not in the energy of desperation. She is in the energy of willing to take something from the beginning and then build upon it. Okay? Build upon it. So she's not in the energy of fooling herself. And I like that. I like that. So when she enters into a relationship, you know, I just feel like, what's my chances of bringing in or bringing back someone I feel who's much more like me, right? Especially at my adult age. So she's open to it, and then here's the energy, right? Here's the energy. Now, for some of you, you are this King of Cups, male or female. And it's showing you in the energy of focusing on pain of the past. So, you know, I'm over here in this type of energy. Yet I do have this Queen looking over. This Queen wanting and able to begin something, right? To begin something. This Queen may have thought long and hard, many, many years about this period, right? She may have said to herself, I feel like I ended up with the wrong one. I chose the wrong one. That is not for all of you, but someone out there. It is. Because I do feel like, even if this person has not been in my life in a long time, I have this feeling as if, you know, if they walked in the door, it just pick right back up. It would just pick right back up. But nonetheless, she's in the energy, though, of wanting to take it. She's being very real with herself. So I'm open to really anything, because her back is against previous energy. She's put her baggage, she's thrown her baggage away. Interesting, Cancer. Interesting. Okay. Do I want to continue with that, or do I want to move on? I think I'm going to move on, because I feel like moving on is just going to keep opening the story up. Lots and lots of people. Make the world go round. You've had the 9 cups twice in the reading already. By the way, another 9, huh? Just realized another 9. Okay, let's come down to the middle. And let's see what we're being asked to do. I mean, we already know what we're being asked to do, but I have the Prince of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I have the Hierophant, card of Taurus, and I have the Magician. Okay, so we're looking at Judgment, Major Arcana, Judgment. Talks about a rebirth, right? Many times I feel like it's a calling from the universe. It's a feeling that we can't deny. It's, if we deny it, we get this uncomfortable feeling in our gut, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. It's almost like a burning, maybe a spiritual heartburn. That's what I'm going to call it, spiritual heartburn. That's what it feels like when we're resisting. So the universe is like, well, I'm just going to make it worse and worse and worse. I'm sorry I'm laughing. I don't even know why I'm laughing. So when we see it in the reading, it's important that we pay attention to what comes with it. A couple things it's saying right off the bat before I even look at these, I have the 9 of Wands beside it. So it's saying to keep my focus. Keep focused. Okay? It's also a wand, which to me feels the opposite right now of the sword, which is above judgment. Judgment is saying, I want you to see what you're doing. You're in the 9 of Swords energy. You are building anxiety because you're trying to control things that you can't control. Maybe I'm trying to control people, right? I want them to see my way, and sometimes they're going to learn to walk away. Walk away, because in reality, moving forward, some of these very people who surround you in this type of energy and then you become part of, just don't matter going forward. And I don't mean that they didn't matter. They did matter. But everyone's here for a reason, right? But what I'm saying is, for some of you, you're walking away from people who will not be part of your future. So, and when I say that, I feel, especially through judgment, there's a real clarity. There's, maybe forgiveness down the road, but I don't feel like that's even what we're supposed to be talking about yet. Okay, so judgment blows the trumpet. Cancer, I need your attention. Okay, what do you need? What is it? So he brings out the Prince of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Magician. So I'm feeling a couple things, okay? Granted, these can be people for some of you, okay? But this is about the message, because we have the Hierophant asking us to examine the Prince of Swords. Prince of Swords is about a message. Something is coming in, right? Maybe it hasn't arrived yet. That's why it's still in the Prince form. It hasn't arrived yet. But it will. It's a message. Now listen, this can be an epiphany. This can be, for some of you, you may hear God, right? You may, this is a higher message. And, it's the truth. It's your truth. Let's put it that way. It's your truth. And through this message, however you receive it, it's about then change, because then you have the Magician. So this energy that's coming in, this higher vibration, is to lift you up, right? It is not just to lift you up, but to put you back in the creative mode, co-creating, right? Maybe you haven't been doing that for a while. It's also third eye energy. We see that also within the Hierophant. So some of us, we need to think about that, because this is where our message comes in. That's you and you're worried? You know, pop on YouTube. See if you can find a video that helps clear your third eye. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like if I concentrate on it, that may be enough. You know, if I want to do clearings, I want to do meditations, go for it. But I don't know if I need to go that far. And I feel like I'm saying that to those who just have never done something like that. It's like, oh, come on, Sandy. What are you saying, doing a meditation? Can't you see I'm in my mind? How do you want me to meditate, right? Exactly. And I agree with that. How do I get myself from there into the Nine of Cups mentally, where there's help? You know, it's almost like the universe is saying, exactly. We know that. We know that. We know what type of energy you're in. We know what we're asking, and we don't ask without help. So whatever comes in, it comes in, and it puts you back into the Magician. To me, is the lead role in my life. It makes me the lead actor now, right? I'm the producer, I'm the director, I'm the writer, and I'm the star. I am the star. All of a sudden I see him on stage. It's like the light coming from his eyes or spotlights, and someone's in the middle of the stage. So go for it, because whatever you're creating within the Magician energy, it manifests itself right here as the Nine of Cups. There is your manifestation, right? Here is Source saying, listen, whether you want to call it a blessing, whatever you want to call it, it's on its way. It's almost like, look, it's almost like he's saying it in his ear. So hearing it in some way, listen, hearing it doesn't necessarily have to come from God's mouth. It can come from God's children. You may hear it on TV. You may read something in a magazine, a blimp, and it changes your direction. Maybe it's this reading. Whatever it is, because now I feel like I'm hearing it, right? And it's the awareness of that allows me then to manifest my desires. Wow. I knew this reading was going to take a turn. I knew that we were going to come out of this heavy energy, and I hope that those who are in this heavy energy are still with me here. I hope you're still with me, right? I hope you hung on. Okay, let's keep going. We're going to leave that out. We have the Chariot. Here's your change. Here's the movement. Okay? Here's the clarity. Through Source. Clarity. And then the ability for you to jump in the lead role again. And then here's the Chariot. The Chariot's the energy of balance. So I'm pretty balanced when I'm in this energy. And, you know, the Chariot tells us, don't limit where the Chariot can go. It can go wherever you want. Whatever you create, the Chariot will take you there, right? It's almost like, I don't know, like riding above the traffic. Hello, lover. Well, there's our Gemini. For some of you, it's taking you to this Gemini. Taking you to the Gemini. Again, we had the Queen of Swords earlier, so she was also possible Gemini. And then we have the Three of Cups. Okay, so, you know, what does this tell me? This tells me, let's say I don't have love in my life, right? And maybe I don't even have anybody particular in mind, but I know one thing. The reason why is because of the pain of the past, okay? It's part of the baggage I've been carrying along. I'm not going to go back into it, but it's very clear to me. And it will be clear to you. You know, if you're meant to hear the message, you're not always open to it the first time you watch a reading. And I mean, I hear the comments all the time. People come back and like, wow, now I get it. Now I get it. So, you know, so whether you hear it now or you hear it later, this is the energy of, I forgot what I was even going to say. Oh, I don't know. I feel like I'm taking this turn. You know, I also want to say, I do feel like a lot of you are on the move, in the groove, like you're on the move. And I feel like where are you heading? You're heading to happier places. You're leaving tough times. You really are. And it's showing me that you're leaving it, okay? Whether that means I'm kicking everyone out so I can have my peaceful home again, or I'm leaving myself, if I'm leaving a job, whatever I'm doing. Now, once I'm in this type of energy again, okay, because it shows me, first of all, before I'm doing all this, I'm moving into the magician's energy. I'm creating. My dog's starting to bark. It's funny, we were babysitting the dog, my daughter. She just, oh my gosh, she just loves animals so much. Babysitting the dog, and I think that, I don't even know, it feels like it was months and months and months ago, and she's still with us, Marley. She's a great dog. Big dog, but great. Anyway, so we're just going to have to talk through her barking. So as I enter into the magician's energy, right, and I'm creating, right, because the universe is saying, get creating again. Create, right, through balance. Part of you, I know, are also you're creating a connection. Okay, you're creating a connection moving forward. Some of you are moving back to perhaps an old lover. You're moving back to this. Now, this is either happening to you or it's in reverse, of course. But I feel like all of a sudden, no matter what the opposition was around me, some of you, I decide to go forward anyway towards someone that I had a connection with. I purposely, okay, what am I doing here? I am moving towards this person with the hope of union, okay? With the hope of union. I'm saying hope of union, but I feel like once I'm in this movement, I already know if there will be movement or union or not. Let's keep going with that for a second. This might be something you've been thinking about doing forever. And universe again is saying, you know, you've been thinking about it. The universe brings out this Six of Swords. It's, you know, go do it, right? If it's what you want, go do it. Here you are questioning it again. What should I do it? Should I do it? The universe is saying it exists. What you're looking for exists. It's here. How can I get there? The universe says you're manifesting it, right? You're manifesting. The only thing we ask is the baggage goes. That's it. Just drop the baggage. Drop the baggage. That's it. Nothing more. Just baggage. Can I do it? Which shows me that you can. Look at the Eight of Cups. All right, so I know this energy's been within you, right? Because this energy has become a desire, right? I have a desire for this now. And look at that, the Star. So you have the energy twice, it's telling you, don't give up hope. Now, as I say that, keep common sense, okay? Well, follow the storyline, really. Like, I don't know, what am I trying to say? Because I know for some of you, this means union. And sometimes that makes me feel bad because I know it's not for everyone. However, it doesn't mean it's not for everyone later on, right? It's all about as I walk through this energy, right? I got to walk through it because it's a 9. Can't really skip it. I got to deal with it, and I got to move through it. No matter what the opposition, right? I may have, 100 soldiers at my door, but I still have to move through it. Or if I don't, then I end up surrendering to it. Oh, I don't want you to surrender to it. I don't want you to surrender to it. And then you have the star. First of all, card of Aquarius. But it's just showing me I don't know. 8 of Cups says, get your emotional house in order and then go after your desires. 8 of Cups is also a card of letting go of the baggage, right? The baggage of the past has no place in your future unless you want to bring it. It's up to you. If you want to bring it, don't bring it. Because we have the card of hope right beside you. It's the card of connection. So when I say hope, it's just not, oh, I hope. It's the knowing that where my thoughts are at, I then manifest them. This is a reminder also to think about, as I want to manifest, where are my thoughts? Am I in a state of sadness? Am I in a state of unbelief? It can't happen. There's nothing that's impossible. Nothing. Anyone who's had unions after, including myself, I think about the day that Sam called me after 30, 40 years. I don't even know. I never did the math yet. I think about that day. I remember that day. And listen, let me tell you real quick. I had broken up with my previous partner who I'd been with for 25 years or longer. I never keep track. Anyway, I know it's been a long, long time. And, I'm thankful for that relationship. That relationship was great. It had its hard times. However, towards the end, I was feeling, I was being pulled in a different direction, not because of anyone else, only because of me and my desires, and where I noticed it seemed like our morals were changing. I was getting a higher standard, and that's hard because I already had a high standard. So I understand it's hard for people who don't match it to hang out with me. So that happened, right? So we split. I get my apartment, and I was feeling kind of lonely. I remember that night. And my person I just left called me and asked if he could come over and talk. Wanted to talk. And in a moment of weakness, I said yes. Now, I know better, okay? I know better. But in a moment of weakness, I said yes. So, I sat there and I was waiting for him to come over, and it's funny, he was like 20 minutes late, and I started to get aggravated, which normally I wouldn't even care, because I'm at home, so it's not like I had to leave my home to meet him. I'm at home, so I wouldn't even care. And then it was like half an hour, and then my phone rang, and I thought it was him, and it was Sam. After 40 years. And how long I have held Sam in my heart. There it was. And he opened by saying something about Night Moves, a Bob Seger song, Night Moves, which was our song. And he said something about, do you remember the Night Moves? He said, and I was like, who is this? because his number was restricted. I couldn't see the name. And I'm like, who is this? But I knew. And we talked for like 5 minutes. I'm telling you, I was a little girl again. It was wonderful. It was just everything. And in a heartbeat, everything changed. My direction changed. Matter of fact, I said to Sam, I'm sorry I'm bringing this up, but maybe I feel like you need to hear this. I even said to Sam, I'm like, you know what, let me call you right back. And then I called Jim and the guy I was with, and I said, you know what? I said, I don't think I want you to come over. And he's like, why? I'm sorry I'm late. So-and-so stopped over. I'm like, no, that's all right. I said, you know what? I said, I don't want you to come over. You know, I wasn't fighting. I was just I was kind of happy, to be honest. And then I just said, you know what? I don't want to try this again. You know, I'm fine remaining friends, but that's it. So we hung up. Didn't argue. I'm just like, sorry, that's it. And then Sam called me back in like a half an hour, and we talked all night long. And we talked every single night since then. Now listen, we broke up. We're long distance, by the way, long distance. We broke up a few times. Both of our faults. We now know that now because we've examined it. Anyway, and you all know, I know I keep saying I'm moving there, and I am moving there. I'm putting it off. Fear keeps getting in the way, and I'm trying to overcome it step by step. But within 2 weeks, I will be living in his home. So, you know, I want you to know that only because, you know, I didn't know he was thinking of me. And you told me you thought about me his whole life too. You know what I mean? So you can't assume. You don't know what else is happening out there. I pray for those who want this to happen to them. I pray that it does. And I feel like that is what's being said. And it's probably why I'm using myself as an example. Because I really don't like telling my story, only because I'm a Virgo, and I like keeping some things to myself. But when I'm reading on YouTube, I feel like I gotta let it out for certain people. So anyway, there you go. Okay, let's keep going. All right, let's come down. We're going to look at the Six of Swords, Two of Swords, and a Nine of Cups. I have the Hangman coming over to Six of Swords, so, you know, no movement, non-movement yet. However, it's touching judgment, so that tells me, again, like the epiphany, the hearing of Source's voice, the knowing that seed that's put within you, and you can't deny it, right? I can't deny it. So feeling that, and that is when the Hangman will, you know, the Hangman is about having awareness, having an awakening, right? At this point, he's seeking the information, hasn't fully developed yet, hasn't fully sunk in yet. When it does, it'll flip automatically around. Once you have awareness, right? Once you are awoken, you're awoken. Once you know right from wrong, you can't go back on that. You know right from wrong. You know, you can pretend you don't, but you know inside, which is really what matters, you do. Okay, so it is showing me, you know, right now, right at this moment, many of us are moving, you know, moving through this energy. but I know where you will arrive. Okay, so we have the Hangman. Beautiful. We have the Sun, card of Leo. You had Leo now twice in your reading. Here we are. Look at this. We have the Hangman with the Sun. The Sun is about illumination, right? Illumination over something, illumination on my path. How can I be happy? How can I reach, nirvana? How can I have what I want? The Sun illuminates that to you. Here's the Hangman. I'm seeking this illumination, right? So this tells me that many of you, we're not in denial of where we're at and what we want. We're not in denial. And it's feeling that I can have it, right? Feeling that I can have it too. We have the Four of Swords. That's a healing process. The universe is probably saying, we're in the healing process, right? Trying to get rid of all this extra anxiety. In Cancer, you're not good in that energy. I don't like seeing you in like the Nine of Swords energy, in anxious energy, because you just don't feel good in it. Like, you don't feel good in it because you're not meant to be in it. That's why. You're meant to move through it. Okay, anyway, Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. I know whatever you're going through right now will come to an end. Okay, I know for quite a few reasons. But Judgment is the main energy here. So it's the call from the universe. The change is coming. Okay? Change is coming. Whether I like it or not, change is coming. But change is coming to your life, right? It's these two nines. The Nine of Swords again. Movement out of that, right? All I need to do is put down that excess baggage. The excess baggage. I got to stop trying to control. And if I'm trying to control other people, I may be successful to a point, but it's almost like what I'm battling just doesn't. I don't know that I need to waste my time in it, because it's not like I get an extra coin because I won this battle. Okay, so if I stick around to win this battle, I'm doing it at my own, what's the word? Because I feel like no foul, no harm, but no movement, right? No coin. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Two Pentacles and then the Ace of Swords. So, here we go again. With Two Pentacles coming over the Two of Swords. Can I? Should I? How can I? And here's what I feel like happens through this healing process. You have the awareness that you absolutely can go after whatever this is for you. You can, even if it's a person, going after, right? Or feeling comfortable maybe making that call. But I want to tell you, the Ace of Swords is coming over the Nine of Cups. So this is a sign of communication like that I'm making. It's showing me, do it from the Nine of Cups. Maybe I want to call someone. I'm in the midst of hell. But I know in my mind I'm going to be leaving it. Well, it may say, wait, right? Clear, then get rid of the baggage, excess baggage, and then take action. Then make communication. Some of you, this may be exactly when it's coming in. I can go back again and remind you that when Sam called me, I had just moved in my own apartment. Well, that felt good. It had been a long time since I've had my own apartment, and I was in a pretty, even though I was feeling a little lonely, I was in that Nine of Cups energy. I was appreciating it. I was feeling good in it. This independent girl felt good in it. And then that's when the communication came in, right? I'm in this energy. The universe is like calling Sam up. Hey, Sandy left. She's single. Start your engines. It may have come to him through this epiphany, this awareness, this dream, but somehow he got the nerve that day to pick up the phone, right? When we both talked about missing each other for our whole lives. So, I know I'm telling you that for a reason. Okay, guys, I'm going to pick this up. I feel like I need to hone in a little bit more about this love. You know, you are Cancer, after all. And I feel like I'd be letting you down if I didn't. So, what we're going to do, we're going to pick these up. We're going to bring out the Crystal Vision. Let's give her a couple shuffles real quick. And I'm going to hone in. And I want to know more about the lovers that came up. I just looked at the clock on the my laptop and it said 11111111. Interesting. Oh, that means it's going to be a long reading. All the readings have been long for November. Okay. Tell me more, tell me more, tell me more about lovers. Connected to the Chariot. By the way, you know, Chariot was connected to the lover, so there was your Cancer, Gemini, right? Neighbors. Did I say that already? Look at this. It's Four of Wands. That is the only card that's upright, number one. We want to take notice of that. Number two, I love this card when it comes to relationships. I can trust the energy. I'm in soulmate energy here. Okay, at least. I'm in soulmate energy with this person. This is the ability of really having a beautiful marriage with someone. You know, relationship with someone. Nowhere does it say there won't be challenges, but this is the energy of two people, you know, working together. I love this energy. And here it is. Okay. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Hierophant again, card of Taurus. Look at that. We have Temperance. Beautiful. Card of Sagittarius. Listen, whatever relationship is coming up for you, you have Temperance underneath that. I know what this is talking about before I even take the other cards. So I feel like Temperance, which is another form of saying, you know, let's just say a divine source who may be in charge of love for now in your life. This is the energy of understanding that for what you want and what can be within this Four of Wands, there needs to be a understanding of why I need to be patient. Okay, why? The Hierophant's looking over this Ten of Swords, so I know this is a healing over this Ten of Swords. I know that because of how many swords you had in your previous reading. Temperance is saying, be patient. Allow yourself to heal from this previous Ten of Swords. It's moving you into a higher vibration when I allow myself to heal. Okay? Temperance is saying, this Four of Wands already exists. It's there. Whether I know it or not, and I feel like in many ways I don't know it, but here it is. It's the first thing that came out. Hierophant also surround the Hierophant and Four of Wands surround this Ten of Swords. have the Seven of Swords. Wow. And look at this. Beautiful. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Hello, guys. For those of you who read cards, you know, you must get, I mean, I get blown away sometimes. Okay. So, what's also included in Ten of Swords energy is the Seven of Swords energy. So, this tells me that sometime in your life, as we all have, someone, right, someone who had your heart, in some way created the seed of jealousy within you, right? Maybe you just never a jealous person. Come across someone, I give them my heart, this and that, you know, they break it, and bam, there's that. What did they plant in me? They planted a seed of jealousy, right? That seed of jealousy is now planted in with me. Do I then take it to the next relationship, and that seed is growing within me, right? Because I must have accepted that seed. Because it feels like it wasn't mine to begin with, but it's been planted in me. And because I allow it to stay there, it just grows, right? Then I move to the next. And that seed is in me and it's still growing. So, this is some of the things I have to learn, be aware of, so that I can then get rid of it. You know, the Wheel of Fortune is almost saying, I'm not going to spin, I'm not going to move until the perfect time for you, okay? Which is a blessing for you. It may feel like a curse, but it's actually a blessing. You have Temperance's energy controlling the wheel in divine timing. In divine timing, my child. All good things come to those who wait. I can debunk that, but you get the energy that's coming from it, right? So the wheel exists. It's also here too. It's just not turning yet. Okay? And I mean, the holdup, if I want to call it a holdup, has to go back to the center energy. Center energy almost doesn't fit within the rest of the energy. So you have this beautiful healing energy surrounding what has been my Achilles heel, my nemesis. This is what other people have done and said to me that I then took on as my own. I then carried it forward as if it was my own. I took their seed and I allowed it to grow within me. I just really have to look at that. It is about other people's actions. And sometimes people do bad things just because they do bad things. We can think about it for 20 years, and the answer is just because at that moment, they were tempted. You know, I don't know. Anyway, it's pretty clear. Pretty clear. So this is saying, don't fret, don't weep. This is not about judgment. This is not about anything other than knowing that what you're going through, you're surrounded. It's like you're being surrounded with warm blankets, right? It's there. They walk beside you. Everything is almost like ready to take place, right? But it wouldn't be fair to you if movement started in that direction. Well, I'm still in the Ten of Swords, Seven of Swords energy. I got to pull from a higher faith. I got to pull from my faith. I have to include my spirituality. You know, how do I know if I'm including my spirituality? Well, if I'm not, sometimes challenges on earth seem like there's no way I'll ever get through it, right? But because you have gotten through previous challenges, you only have to look back at your very own life. When you're in something so tough, look back. You've been in something tough before, right? And you thought the exact same thoughts. I'll never get over this. I'll never move beyond it. And you did. And you did. So, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Four of Wands exists. To me, truly the most beautiful energy when it comes to a relationship. This is someone I will commit my life to. And not just this lifetime. This is someone maybe I've already made that commitment of eternity. And a few lifetimes here and there, right? I get to come in, we get to be together, you know, sporadically in different lifetimes. You know, something beautiful is really appreciated after a struggle, right? That's when you really appreciate. I know. I'm telling you, things like this happen to me, have happened to me in my life many times. You don't know it unless you're, you know, I've gone back and I've thought about these very times in my life where I've had these major changes. And I now realize the universe has handed it all, right? I wish I knew back then, but I didn't. And that's okay. I do now. And I use it to my advantage. I do. I use it to my advantage. I wanted that Nine of Cups, and I'll be damned, the Nine of Cups came out. So, anyway, it's just showing you. Here's the wheel. It doesn't go away, right? As a matter of fact, it feels like I'm just going to stop turning for a minute. I'm going to allow you to catch up. And then hop on. Okay, my loves, I'm going to leave it there. As usual, I love your reading. You know, as usual, difficult energy. And it's because, I don't know, Cancer. I just know, you know, you're such a loving sign. And sometimes, unfortunately, when we're like that, we're faced with many challenges, many emotional challenges. It's only to make us stronger. Okay, I better shut up before you guys start throwing rocks at me. I love you. Thank you for everything, guys. Thank you for truly everything. I will see you soon. Let me know. Let me know where you fit in the reading. And, yeah, I just love hearing your comments. It allows me to connect the dots, so thank you. I love you guys. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.